Am I plugged in?
You're plugged in.
Yo, yo. Yo, yo. Hello. I can hear myself.
Oh,
I hear the music, though.
It's Jim and
sounds like it's working.
Read the news.
Hello! Welcome to Jim and Friends Read the News. My name is Jim Van Vonderen, and I'm the producer of this show. The things you will hear over the next hour represent the views of Jim Van Vonderen and the people making them. All opinions and quotations in no way represent River West Radio and are the sole responsibility of the producer, guests, and callers. River West Radio is not liable for any legal issues arising from the content of this program. Hello, Gabe. We got Gabe
Hey,
Hammer.
what's going on, Jimbo?
Let me adjust the volume there just a touch.
How was your weekend this weekend?
It was all right. It's getting chillier out.
Can't hear myself.
It's a little bit colder. Oh, I turned on the wrong microphone.
Wrong microphone.
That'll do
Hello?
it. Hey,
Hello?
there you go.
Ah,
Oh,
yes.
and
There it
Gabe
is.
has actually joined us now.
Ah.
All right.
So yeah, Jim, you having a good weekend? It's a little chilly outside right
A
now.
little chilly. Actually, let me start off on the weather here. It is 41 degrees.
41.
Clear. The wind is south by southwest at 5 miles per hour, and we have 9 miles of visibility.
Would you say that now would be a good time to turn your heat on inside your house?
It depends on how much you like blankets. I mean, you can hold off for a bit if you're blanket people.
Yeah.
Otherwise, but you gotta, once it starts freezing, you gotta worry about your pipes.
Once it gets around 40, that becomes an issue of pipes exploding.
Yeah,
and
you don't want any of that.
that could be tens of thousands of dollars to fix. That could damage floors, walls.
Yeah, you could get crap everywhere.
Yeah, water will screw anything up. Water over time it will dissolve rocks, but in a short amount of time it will screw up a whole house.
Yep.
So happened to my parents out in Woodstock, Illinois.
So beware. It might be time to turn the heat on, everybody. It is October 7th, 2012. If you're listening to this at a different time. But so yeah, that's the weather. It's getting chilly out. Today in Packers news, Packers lost a close one. Andrew Luck, the new rookie quarterback, came back, pioneered a drive to win it. Packers had a chance at a game-tying field goal. It missed wide left or wide right, depending on how you're looking at it.
I heard they were winning for the first majority of the game.
Well, they went into halftime up 21-3, and they blew it. They blew a 21-3 halftime lead. They also had bad news on the injury front. Three or so guys went out with injury. Hopefully they'll be all right, but we'll have to find out later. But anyway, enough about that. Packers lost.
Well, I gotta
we don't
say,
wanna talk about it too much.
good news for me in football. The Bears won today.
Yeah, we don't care about it. No.
Yeah, most people around here, don't like the Bears, but there's a little pocket of people in Wisconsin.
Sure.
Little pockets.
You got your pocket Bear fans.
Yeah, pocket Bear fans.
Pockets of Bears fans.
But
But
I stand with them still.
yep.
I can't say as much for the Cubs though.
Oh.
What? The manager really. I just found out
The
that.
goat curse.
Well, no, it's not even that, but they just keep pissing me off. Like, the owner of the Cubs donated like $10,000 to Romney's campaign, and
Oh. Well, that doesn't sound good.
yeah, it's like it's another bad decision that they're making.
Jim and friends do not support Mittens Romney.
Yeah, mittens. But yeah, it's just they always lose, and I don't know. It's just over time. I grew up liking them, but I stand with the Brewers these days. So
All right. So you're in one sport. You're
one
on the
sport,
right team, so that's good.
I'm on the Wisconsin side of the state line, but the
I'll
other
say you're batting 50-50.
Yeah.
500. That's pretty.
basketball though, Bulls all the way.
Oh well.
Well, the Bucks don't
Yeah, they
don't
still-
really do anything anyway.
They still have a team.
Do they?
I haven't heard much about them.
No.
Supposedly
Well,
they're over there.
You know that Hakeem Olajuwon once played for the Bucks?
Hakeem, you're thinking of
No, Hakeem.
Lou Alcindor.
No, Hakeem Olajuwon too. Look it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
The Bucks claim Hakeem Olajuwon. He played on the team for like 1 year.
Hakeem Olajuwon. There he is.
Oh, yeah.
He was the what did they call him? The Dream.
The Dream, yeah.
Or the Nigerian Nightmare.
Oh yeah.
Nigerian Nightmare. That's
Yeah,
a good one.
he was a good player.
You know what? Today in history, in 3,761 BC, the epoch or origin of the modern Hebrew calendar,
Oh yeah.
proleptic Julian calendar.
Really?
Yep.
So
That's what HistoryOrb.com is telling me. And
Pretty cool.
also today in history, where was the good one? The people riot due to the beer tax in Alkmaar, Netherlands. That was in 1714.
huh.
They rioted over their beer tax. And the first public burning of books in the Netherlands. The Netherland people, they're up to things.
Oh, yeah.
That was in 1520. The first
many,
public burning of books.
I wonder if that was like a big spot for burning books over time, or
I don't know. Did you ever read Fahrenheit 451?
I have not.
Yeah, it's all about book burning.
Ah.
It's an interesting one. I read that when I was a kid.
Huh.
Hakeem Olajuwon. Let's look at the Nigerian Nightmare here. Playing days. Oh, I'm not seeing a Milwaukee Bucks on here. Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. Maybe just check Bucks. Like go Google like Bucks.
Bucks and
Hakeem
Olajuwon.
Olajuwon.
Alright, throw Bucks in there. We'll see. I know Kareem Abdul-Jabbar played for the Bucks.
Maybe that's who I'm thinking of.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, that's who you're thinking
It's
of.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yes.
Not Hakeem Olajuwon. You could easily confuse those two very African names. Hakeem Olajuwon, Kareem
sure.
Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah.
Except that sounds a little more Indian to me.
Yeah.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yep. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's before that name, Lou Alcindor.
Ooh, Lou Alcindor.
Oh, and since we're in a little bit of trivia mode, let's look at our today's trivia. I got a good one here. Prior to his death in 1999, John F. Kennedy Jr. founded what politically themed magazine?
Geez, that's a good one. Is it The Economist?
Nope. Let's leave that one out there for anyone if they want to call in. And so, what magazine did John F. Kennedy Jr. found in 1999?
You know, I tried calling in last week, and I just got like the main line over here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
that
by
the-
the way, the phone number, because if you are going to try to answer it, you need to
414.
know. It's 414-935-2951. That again is 414-935-2951.
And you're sure that's not the River West video phone number?
That says phone number right above the phone here, so I called it before. It worked.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Maybe
it was goofed up that day. Who
yeah,
knows?
it could have been crossed lines or something.
Oh, and since we're on a little bit of a magazine theme here, we're gonna kick one more out there. What magazine did Hugh Hefner serve as a circulation manager for while he was raising money to launch Playboy? 2 magazine questions. What
Ooh.
magazine did Hugh Hefner was the circulation manager for before he founded Playboy? And what magazine did John F. Kennedy Jr. found in 1999? So, magazine questions. And since we're getting in, I'm going right through my list of things that I normally try and put out there. Quote of the day. We got some quotes of the day today.
Ooh.
Quotes. There's a political one. My fellow Americans, I am pleased to tell you I just signed legislation which outlaws Russia forever. The bombing begins in 5 minutes. That was Ronald Reagan said during a radio microphone test, 1984.
Interesting quotes.
Reagan wanted to take down Russia. But
Good old Reagan.
camping is nature's way of promoting the motel business. Dave Barry. And also, the danger is not that a particular class is unfit to govern. Every class is unfit to govern. Lord Acton. 1881.
That's hardcore.
Yeah, we got, and one more. An ounce of action is worth a ton of theory. There you go. An ounce of action is worth a ton of theory.
There
It
he
looks
is.
like Justin Props about
Justin
to join us.
Pratt.
Oh, he's not going to know the quotes of the day.
JP.
Oh, we got one more. The word of the day. Memento. Memento.
Memento.
Something that serves to warn or remind, also a souvenir. A memento. Also a decent movie.
Huh? Never seen it.
Never seen it? Oh, you should watch Memento.
That's a good word that people know. You know, most people I'd say would know that word.
Yeah,
Usually it's some weird word. It's like, huh?
right. It's good to have a reminder of words sometimes.
Yeah.
A reminder. Use your
JP.
mementos to remind you to use words. Justin
got-
Props about here.
got
Let me
JP
turn
in
on-
the house.
Let me turn on your microphone. There it is. You're on. Well, let me get that out of your way. So, Justin, how was your day going?
Oh, busy.
Busy,
Yeah,
Delivering
day.
Chinese food.
I did. Yes, I did.
Nice.
Were a lot of people eating
Should
today?
have you bring some here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should.
Yeah.
Next time, maybe I'll.
We should have
I'm
them
gonna
bring
order
Chinese.
That's a good idea. If you ever get stuck there, I'm just gonna order Chinese.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I was thinking about doing it on Saturday.
So Justin. Oh. Am I still on? Oh, I'm still on.
We still on.
Okay, I can't hear a thing, but all
All
right.
right. I hear you a little bit.
As long as we're good. So yeah, so that was the word of the day, memento.
Working now.
Nope.
I can't really hear myself that
and
good
now
either.
it is. Oh, okay, that's good then. Whatever. And so we have all that. But anyway, we've been, obviously, if you've been paying attention, we are doing conspiracy theories for the last few days, and we still have one to go. These are the nine best conspiracy theories according to disinformation.com. And they're graphically explained. There's a nice little graphic there if you check it out on the interwebs. But we still have one left. I believe we left off on, what were we talking about last? Fluoride?
I think we left off on fluoride. Yeah.
Well,
What do
in
you
the
guys
end,
think of that? Like, you think fluoride should be taken out of all water, or do you think it's...
Yeah, I think so.
You think
If you
so?
want to put it in, you can add it yourself. Maybe.
Well,
I
like
don't
with
know.
the... yeah.
You
With
think
some-
they should package fluoride like little,
Yeah.
like you could get it like you
It's good
put
for your teeth.
like sugar for your coffee. You could just get little fluoride packets. They could have them sitting out at your
Yeah.
like
yeah.
hotels or restaurants or whatever, and you add a little fluoride into your water or coffee.
No, I think that.
I think that they should keep the fluoride in the water just because some people that can't afford lots of dental care, their teeth are, much
Yeah,
better
but-
if they have the fluoride,
No, they're not though. That's the thing. It doesn't do any good to drink it.
They're saying you got to rub it on your teeth,
Just
Yeah.
to rub it on your teeth.
So yeah,
so
yeah.
the drinking's not doing it.
So in your system,
That's what they're saying.
what, it's not good for you then?
No, it's really bad for you. Like the.
It's a poison,
Really?
but people smoke cigarettes, so that's a lot of poisons in there.
Yeah, but they're doing that to themselves.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, it was fluoride that we were talking about last, and now we have one more conspiracy, and it's the conspiracy of all conspiracies.
The truth is out there.
It is. The official stance of the U.S. government is it had no contact with, has no evidence of, and denies the existence of any extraterrestrials or extraterrestrial technology. The conspiracy. The government both has knowledge and multiple encounters with alien life, and have chosen to keep it a secret of the public. That's okay. Next, the facts. It's become rather accepted that the Roswell incident was nothing more than a weather balloon. But where there's smoke, there's fire. Out of the thousands of reliable reports of UFO sightings or contact, it's unreasonable to assume every single one is purely fictitious. Well,
Sure.
I mean, yeah, purely. But what
Well-
does that mean?
Yeah, this is one of those. Yeah, it'll always be a conspiracy theory, or you know what I mean. But no, as far as the Roswell thing goes, I remember. It was kind of the same thing with everything, where it was just like, you got like the initial reports, then you have like the cover up, then you have like the it was just a weather balloon, and but then I don't know, but like.
Yeah, there's nothing really that they can prove for sure,
No. But, just countless people, involved in it, working for the government, or just people, citizens of Roswell, have come forward since then, despite the threats that they say that they got from, whoever it was that was there. I don't know. Was it the feds? It was government, anyway.
Well, if you ever wanted to, really blow some people's mind, just take, a balloon and tie, something on fire to it. Just
let it go.
Hang it up in the air, and then, whoa, UFOs.
Yeah.
You could do that.
Yeah, something that could be done.
The real question, I think, is it reptilians or greys?
Well, everyone's
let me
seeing grays
Yeah.
as far as most encounters.
So, for anyone who doesn't know, the reptilians and greys are two types of aliens. The greys are your typical big head gray aliens with the big eyes.
Right.
That you see.
What about the little green men?
From Alien Autopsy?
Little
Everyone
green
remember
men?
Alien Autopsy? That was on
Yeah.
Fox.
Yeah, little green men, they're the Greys.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Yep, there you go.
Gray green.
And the reptilians are the slightly
Yeah, they're the-
shifting reptile type people that are infiltrating our government offices and corporations.
Right.
Reptilians.
Yep.
They wear masks, I take it.
Nope, they're shapeshifters.
They're shapeshifters, and they do makeup and stuff.
Do they?
I think so. I think they're supposed to be wearing makeup. But
Oh.
they're shapeshifters too. But I mean, you gotta cover they still cover stuff up.
Huh.
Anyway, I don't know. From what
Well, you
I
can tell
gather-
by their eyes.
Yes. How do you tell?
have-
How do you tell a reptilian if you see one?
Sometimes, when they're getting weak, their eyes will become reptilian,
Oh, because they can't hold their shape.
Yep, yeah, they're starting to lose their shape.
So they lost concentration for a minute. Their
Yeah.
eyes.
It's usually
Flash.
when they're, they're under some kind of fire or something like that, something like they gotta
kind of
answer a
stress or
hard
something?
question. Yeah, it's stress, and then they then they lose their, I don't know, there's tons of YouTube videos of it, like George W. Bush, is with the reptilian eyes, and I don't know. It kind of looks more to me like, because you don't really see the eyes, all of a sudden turn into reptoid eyes, I don't know.
Oh,
Whatever.
spe-
It just
speak-
seems kind of silly. But
Yes. Speaking of aliens, if you hear that in the background, that is an alien invasion of the Avengers type.
Oh,
Of course,
no.
we're in the film store here, and the Avengers.
pretty awesome.
The Avengers on in the background. I can hear it. Can you hear it?
yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh, that's the Hulk.
Yeah. Oh, this is a good one. If anyone hasn't seen
Yeah, I
the
haven't seen
Avengers, I
that.
highly recommend it.
Yeah, the Hulk's pretty awesome. No one can defeat him.
Yeah, and he's funny in this one.
Is he?
Yeah, he's got some jokes.
Hulk smash.
Yeah. But so yeah, the reptilians or the greys, I don't know. Or both, Or if you go Men in Black, the whole Men in Black story, it's all of the above.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
That's-
What do you think of the aliens planting humans on Earth back in when people were to actually start civilization? How do you like that one? That's
That's
another
good- that's
conspiracy.
an
Another
interesting
good
theory.
conspiracy one.
Huh. I never heard that one, but
Never heard
I
that
heard
one?
that. I heard that everything on this planet's been planted by aliens
Yeah. Well, yeah.
for all the life here.
That was a good one. That the Earth was actually just planted by alien life forms, and
So,
that's why
like,
they check on us every now.
We would be the aliens then.
Right. Well, yeah. We are them,
Yeah.
or we're a genetic form of whatever they planted here.
Huh.
It'd be like us, how we make genetically made fish and stuff.
Oh yeah,
And,
yeah.
we plant them, and they did the same thing, only with a whole planet.
Huh.
So we're just one big
like
science
Planet
experiment.
of the
We're
Apes
just
were
one
like-
big science experiment.
Planet of the Apes are really like the future is now, or I don't know.
Well, then there's also the one that we weren't necessarily planted, but the aliens taught monkeys, and then we evolved.
Huh.
Yep. That's another good one.
Yeah.
There's also the hole in the earth theory.
Oh yeah, the Hollow Earth.
Hollow Earth. And the UFOs actually stay in our planet because the Earth is hollow.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's a UFO. Well, maybe yeah.
Well, the
UFOs.
UFOs,
I guess
they
because they
come
come
out.
out every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Inside of that's a good one. Hollow Earth theory. Yeah, check that one out. So the Earth is hollow, and inside is a little mini sun, and you could actually get to like the center of the Earth, if you will, by going through caves and stuff, and you'll pop out on the other side, and then it's just like Earth, only Earth terrain, but it's just
Yeah.
on the flip side of the crust.
Yep.
Huh.
Yeah. And of course, yeah. Gravity
Yeah,
is.
that's kind of
Yep.
that's a real out there kind of theory. But
It's a bit out there, but it's hard to prove that it doesn't exist.
oh yeah,
Well,
you
there
can't
is
get
that.
in there.
As with all good conspiracy theories, you just gotta make sure that you can't.
That's where the
necessarily prove
that's where
that
the
it's not
dinosaurs are
true.
still alive,
Yeah.
right?
The dinosaurs are still
Yeah.
alive in there. Oh, there you go.
Well, that's like that. There was some movie about that. I don't know. Maybe it was,
Oh, okay, I didn't know that one.
yeah.
So, yeah, that's what you need for a good conspiracy theory. Just a plausible thing that you can't prove in any
Yes.
way, shape, or form. You can only
Yeah.
theorize about it.
Yeah.
Slightly like our quote of the day. Well, what was that? Well, an ounce of action is worth a ton of theory.
Oh yeah.
Well, your conspiracy theory needs to be that ton of theory.
Kind of theory.
Just a ton of theory.
You guys watched it?
Without the ability to be any kind of real action on it. Think about it.
Yeah, it's true.
How are you going to prove? I mean, unless you actually catch an alien, you can't prove it.
Oh yeah.
You'd have to catch. Yeah, it's like a leprechaun. Can you tell me that a leprechaun does not exist?
Huh.
Not exactly.
Well, then you can catch him, and then he can lie about it. And be like,
Yeah.
I am not a leprechaun. You know, and
Right.
Find a midget somewhere and
Yeah.
put him in some green
And then,
trousers.
right, and then he jumps on his unicorn and flies away.
Yeah.
And of course, right then, that's when your camera's not going to work.
Oh, yep.
Always the case.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's because
Same thing with Bigfoot. It's always out of focus.
Yeah, right. Oh, they didn't talk about Bigfoot or any of those ones.
No?
Oh, what happened to Sasquatch and the Yeti?
I don't know.
All those guys.
Well, they're like we said in previous shows, they were seen in remote parts of what was it, Russia or Alaska or something like that. It's always somewhere off in some remote European country where the Yeti shows up.
Right.
Didn't they find a Loch Ness monster kind of thing? There was some.
They found like a dinosaur type deal.
Yeah.
I thought it was supposed to
Where-
be just like a giant fish that they found.
Yeah, but it was kind of like, I was like, well, yeah, I guess that could have been the what people were seeing, maybe. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, but I do have a good site here. If anyone has seen a Bigfoot, go to www.bigfootencounters.com and you can report your sighting.
About that.
Or if you just want to report a
Loch
Bigfoot
Ness.
sighting,
Yeah.
you can do that.
About the Loch Ness, I know that they found like a 30-foot like catfish that was like living somewhere out in Ireland that was just eating a bunch of little fish, but the thing just like grew to the size of a pond. It was, king of the pond, and it could definitely swallow a man if it wanted to. you know? So, and those even like really huge catfish even exist out here, in, like Florida and stuff like that. Ones that are 12 feet long that attack people. If other situations like I was watching the show, River Monsters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and someone was giving the
Is that where they
testimony.
do the oodling or noodling or whatever?
I don't know, but they just look around for like crazy like fish and
Okay.
giant squids, and
Okay.
they found this thing, and it was one of the things that they were mistaking for a Loch Ness monster, and it attacked someone, but it was really just guarding its eggs.
Well, you can't. You know, that's the. You don't mess with animals' offspring.
Yeah. Well, if they see anything like within like 10 feet of the
Hey,
eggs,
this car.
they're going at it.
Get it?
Yeah, Dan Koga, he had a fish tank at his old place with some big nasty fish with like, you know, it looked like they had brains, you know.
Were they chiclets or cheeklets?
Maybe. I
Oh,
think
that's
the
a good
Oscars. They were
picture.
Oscars.
Oscars.
And,
Okay, those are
if
big
you
ones
put your
too.
face next to the tank like this,
Okay.
it'll ram into the tank.
Well,
Oh, yeah, the
Justin-
Oscars.
Yeah, the Oscars are big ones. But here, so we're on the fish. Justin, go ahead and explain what you have found here.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think this is like the article I was like reading a few months ago. This dude, lifelong Loch Ness monster hunter, boat captain and Nessie expert, claims to have photographed everyone's favorite underground creature of myth and legend, and this time it is definitely not a sturgeon. Taken in November last year, the photo is definitely a picture of a thing, which, snapping his photograph, Edwards tried to make sonar contact with for half an hour to no avail.
Huh, that's weird. They're calling it a plesiosaur.
Yeah.
A plesiosaur.
Well, it's not necessarily, it says, yeah, it's
Well,
not,
not
necessarily a plesiosaur.
But a plesiosaur looks like the typical Loch Ness monster like picture that everyone draws.
Yep.
Huh, yeah, plesiosaur. It's like is it kind of like a brontosaurus or no?
It's like a brontosaurus of the sea.
Yeah. Oh yeah, plesiosaur.
Yeah, pretty much if you just take a brontosaurus's legs off and replace them with flippers,
Yep.
you got one.
Yep. Gotcha.
So yeah, well, there you go, Loch Ness.
Yeah. Yeah.
There. Yeah.
Case closed. Yeah.
He's out there.
Yeah, there's some. I'm just looking up these catfish. The Mekong catfish. They're kind of in Thailand and Vietnam, Southeast Asia. They grow up to like 10.5 feet and weigh up to like close to 700 pounds. And I would be surprised if there were some that were bigger than that. But yeah, that's one of those things that you could confuse.
We've got a fan outside.
Sweet.
Oh man. Okay, so that was the nine best conspiracy theories according to disinformation.com. Now we have the official Wikipedia, because if you're gonna talk about conspiracy theories,
Yeah, you gotta go to Wikipedia.
There is no better source than Wikipedia.
For the people, by the people.
Right. Of course, number one is always New World Order.
Yeah.
Always. That's been the number one conspiracy
It's
theory of
everyone's
all time.
favorite.
Did you
Yep.
get? Would you guys?
And then
I just have a question about last week's show. What did you guys come up with for the cloud spraying?
Oh, that's the
Oh, chemtrails?
Chem-
Yeah,
Chemtrails.
chemtrails.
Contrails.
on trails, chemtrails.
Yeah.
Well, they're trying to control the weather apparently.
Yeah.
That's what it's all to. HARP has a lot to do with it, and we found out that there is a Wisconsin site that does low frequency transmission.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
hearing.
And
what was the name of
associated with HARP, I forgot.
Yeah.
I
it
see
was-
them all the time.
It was, well, it was,
Chemtrails.
Yeah.
yeah, extreme. It was ELF. ELF.
Oh, that was it. Elf.
Extreme low
My
frequency.
dad's theory is that it's the auto companies or the gas companies. The gas companies, they want to prove, or at least cover up global warmings somehow.
Oh, we did cover a story a while back that the hole is smaller.
Huh.
The hole, the old
The-
global warming hole,
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Shri-
gotten smaller?
it's gotten smaller.
Yeah.
Is that
well, I
good?
mean, like,
Yeah. So,
Well,
I mean, it's,
could be.
it's supposedly less of our oxygen is like escaping, I guess.
well, and then the whole thing with, like, the,
Well,
I mean,
cloud
there's-
seeding could probably
there's
help
hardly
some
any-
things and hurt some things too.
Right.
yeah.
The what?
Oh, just like the carbon thing too. Like, I mean, there's hardly any. I think we could look that up. But I mean, like, carbon's like, there's no carbon in the atmosphere whatsoever, basically. I mean, it's like as far as, there being a high, like that was the thing, carbon taxes and all that stuff. There's really no carbon out there. Anyway, I mean, like the amount, like compared to, what, like it's carbon monoxide that cars put off, but compared to what they used to, like in the 70s to now.
Not even close.
Right. Yeah. Just because emissions have gotten so much better, but I guess but it's actually like dangerously low, where like plants are in danger of not being able to breathe.
So we need more carbon. We're saying. That's a similar thing that I saw at the MMSD meeting. They were talking about Lake Michigan, and apparently Lake Michigan too clean. There's a new invasive mussel. I forget the name of it, but they have actually.
Is it the zebra mussel?
No, it's not the zebra. That was the one that's been around forever.
Yeah.
It's a new mussel that's overtaking the zebra and is actually doing such a good job of filtering out all the crud, if you will, that the water is like really clean. It doesn't have anything in there, which is bad for the fish and organisms, because that's what they eat. They eat the crud.
Bacteria.
They need the crud. They need the bacteria.
Yeah.
And these new mussels are just like gobbling it all up, and they can now, like, the visibility in Lake Michigan, they can like look down like with a camera and like 20 feet or something.
Whoa.
And just like, yeah, there's like, they never used to be able to do that.
Go
Like,
out
it's
on the
kind of
lake.
concerning that we can see the floor here, because we've never been able to see the floor with a camera before, but now it's like crystal clear.
Crazy.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
So they didn't really have any suggestions about what to do about it, though.
No.
They were just reporting.
Just poo,
Yeah.
poo in the lake. Just everybody poo in the lake.
Yeah, they were just, oh crap. That's like what MMSD says always.
Yeah.
Oh poop.
Poop out. Remember when we were doing a bad job of not keeping the poop out? Well, we fixed that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Here-
Those mussels are doing
so
something.
Carbon shortage. You wanna? So here's that air.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's just basically like, so before the Ice Age, 40% carbon dioxide in the air, apparently. So I guess that's what the air was made up of, like. And so then there was the 1,000-year Ice Age. There is 0.0002% CO2 in the air today. So they're saying CO2 obviously does not warm the climate. I guess,
Okay.
because it was that much before, and then there was an ice age, and now there's this little. Anyway, it's not really saying anything about shortage. I was reading this other article where like these scientist guys were like freaking out about there's we're getting to a point where like plants are gonna start dying off because there's just not enough CO2 in the air, which I don't know about. I think that actually has a lot more to do with aluminum being in the air.
Well, don't we just need more cows then?
Yeah, we could have more cows, and they could Well, that's methane.
That's methane.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong. That's totally wrong.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah.
What produces carbon dioxide naturally?
Us breathing out.
Yeah.
Us. So we need more people that are gonna do it.
Well,
Or animals breathing out.
Yeah,
Inhale oxygen,
anything
blow
that
out
does
carbon dioxide.
What's that? I should know this from biology. What kind of energy energy transformation that is that we do and animals like us do with it's like anaerobic energy or something. I don't know. Our cells take all the the elements that are around and use it, metabolize it to get energy and output dioxide.
So it's kind of like photosynthesis, but with people.
Right. Yeah. It's one of those forms of energy. There's a few ways to get energy out there. Oh, that's another conspiracy theory. The free energy. Supposedly, there's free energy out there that's been covered up.
Oh, I'm
Covered up.
sure. Probably by the oil companies and all that.
All the energy producing things.
Yeah.
So I didn't read too much about it other than they're saying that there is an energy source
Wind energy?
that is it's pretty much like so simple or whatever that it'd be like free. It would be free energy for it. It could run everything. We would never need any other kind of energy.
Wow. Yeah, the energy companies are like, oh, better not let that slip
Well.
out.
It's like the cars that are supposed to run on water.
Yeah. What was I? I was over. I was in Oshkosh, or not in Oshkosh, in New Berlin, I think it was. Mm-hmm. And we were renting this airplane hangar to have band practice in, and it was like, yeah,
That's
it was
pretty cool.
yeah. So it was like guitar player's uncle's airplane hangar, and so we were playing whatever, and I just go outside to take a leak, and I'm peeing, and then this guy comes up behind me, and then he's just like, "Don't move, I got a gun." And I was like, "Okay," you know, he's put your hands up. I'm like, "All right," you know, and then like, and
Did he let you zip up at least?
I think I zipped up. I was
Okay.
like, yeah. But I'm like, okay, you know, and then like, you know, they were all still playing in there. So anyway, yeah, he asked me my name, blah, 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 what I'm doing there. Tell him, you know, and he's just like, you know, and then I mentioned, you know, my friend's uncle's name. He's like, all right, turn around. And he's just like, you know, and then, I don't know, he was just some crazy old guy that, anyway, then he follows me back to our hangar, and then we go over to his hangar, and he's, you know, makes like he was employed for the Air Force apparently. Well, not really through them. He was just kind of like making bomb casings for them, and then he was
Contract work.
yeah. He was just making like some. Yeah, that's what he said he was doing. I was like, okay, but what he was working on that day was a hydrogen engine that you know, it separated you know, the oxygen and the hydrogen and water. So it ran on water apparently, but it, like, you know, it just separated the two, and like he fired it up and it worked, and it was just kind of like, oh, neat. You know, it was just water in one tank, and then it was like kind of like separating stuff, and then
So what was coming out? So it has to separate. What comes out of it then? Just hydrogen?
I guess, yeah. I don't know exactly what I. Yeah, he was
Yeah,
so crazy.
You,
we were
you didn't probably ask too many questions.
Oh no. He was really really paranoid, just nuts, and like nice. Well, whatever. I remember he stunk really bad too, but he like he had. We walked up and
Many
we
hours.
were we were snooping around, and we went up in the upstairs of his hangar, and just guns. Like, you wouldn't believe how many guns there was. Like,
Whoa.
yeah, I was like, this is, yeah. He was like, man, it was his last stand. That's what he said, because he thought.
Well,
he thought, like,
if you're
yeah.
making a hydrogen engine, you know.
Yeah, he
people
thought-
might be coming to get it.
Exactly. And that was like what he was worried about. Yeah. Was anybody, like, he was worried? Yeah. Like, people were like, you know, he thought maybe we were some clever, you know,
So does
government.
Bunch of kids.
So that,
Yeah.
is that support or not support the ability to have guns?
Oh, well, yeah, fine. More power to him. Well, I mean, if he wants to make a hydrogen engine, let him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well,
That's like,
and with that, he probably is going to need a little bit of armory.
yeah, he's gonna need a little help from his little friends.
Right.
And-
Yeah, just in case. You don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something, you know. I'm sure the mafia finds out about that one.
Yeah, they'd probably just be more interested in like, wow, he has how many guns? Let's go
Well.
get him.
Anyway, we didn't even get into the mafia. And I guess there's not really, why are they not considered a conspiracy?
They conspire.
They conspire constantly, like every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know. That's another one of those things. It's kind of case closed. I
But
don't
then
know.
we're looking at like the new World Order stuff, and they're supposedly conspiring. Isn't that the same as the mafia conspiring?
They
What's
are
the
kind of
dif-
like a
Well, the
mafia.
New World
yeah.
War is
What's the
supposed to be like
difference?
international.
Difference, I think just the size and the scope. I think like you know, I think like the Chicago Mafia, you know, and what they're just more or less, you know, I don't really think, I think the New World Order, I guess like, whatever, it's just like one huge mafia versus,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I heard they
You
were
know,
the
I guess-
Masons. There's something to do
Yeah.
with the Masons. I don't know.
Illuminati,
yeah, that too. Yeah, the
Masons,
Illuminati, yeah.
The Templars.
And, yeah.
Who else is in that one?
In there?
Oh, you got the Skull and Bones. Skull.
Yeah. Well,
But I think those are all subgroups. So
yeah.
wouldn't they all be like kind of like mini mafias themselves that get together for the big mafia?
Yeah, I guess maybe that's maybe what more it is. It's just like the big mafia. I don't know. It's just like the difference between it is just like that. I mean, the idea behind it is just like, you know, it's just a one big thing, controlled kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Whereas I think, yeah, mafias are just more locales. You know?
Right. They're
Yeah.
locales, but that's how they keep the real control. But they're all connected.
Mm-hmm.
It's a similar thing. Some of them.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough about the mafia before.
It's usually like ethnic groups, you know.
Yeah, that's true. And yeah. Anyway, enough about the mafia and New World Order. Well, actually, I think we have some more on the New World Order here, or the Federal Reserve System.
Well, yeah, Federal Reserve System is bad. I don't know. I mean, I don't see what, like, what do they say it does? I don't get it. It's just like it's supposed to prevent crashes. It's supposed to regulate, like, but I mean, like, really in the long run, and just it runs up a huge debt, and then
Yeah, but it's kind of a fictitious debt.
yeah, it's a fictitious debt. Yeah, because it's money made out of absolutely nothing. You know, I mean,
Right.
they hold the charter to print our money.
Yeah.
You know?
Because the original way, when you have to have something backing it, people could actually go and ask for the other thing.
Yeah.
Now our money isn't backed by anything, so you
No.
can't be like, I want my silver for this dollar. You get you get air. You get nothing for your dollar now.
Yeah.
So
No,
you
the
can't-
dollar
you
is
can't- you
completely
can't-
worthless.
So you can't bankrupt it.
No.
It's just a debt that continually goes forever, and it just keeps racking up.
Well, there's no way to ever pay it off because like the actual
Right.
the amount of money doesn't exist, you know, and then the money that does exist doesn't hold any value anyway. So it's like, yeah, there's no real way to
There's no way to end it.
to ever pay it off, you know, like I mean, yeah, it's essentially like what so the government, so the Fed, they want to, you know, the U.S. government, they want to like print up so much more money, you know, so then the Federal Reserve purchases that amount in government bonds, and then they lend it to us,
Yep.
like the currency, and then at interest. So it's like, you know, they give you $100,000, and then they collect interest on it, and they didn't make it. I mean, they made it out of nothing. They didn't hold any wealth to begin with. They just, for some reason, have the charter to do that. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, we got a caller. Kind of. I know he knows that he's going to be on the radio, but he
Yeah,
is.
he's gonna be on the radio.
Hello, Casey Buchanan. You're on Jim and Friends Read the News.
Oh, you are? You're doing the show, huh?
Yep, and you're on it now.
Outstanding. So, are you doing the news, or are you talking about the Packers?
Well, we covered the Packers and kind of got brushed over it quickly. Not much to talk about, I don't think. We are now on conspiracy theories.
Conspiracy theories, like how LSD was invented by the Nazis.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good
That's
one. We
what
didn't cover
we
that
didn't talk
one.
about that
I
one.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Explain.
True serum, right?
By the Nazis as a mind control technique to get POWs to,
Give out information, right?
to admit their secrets.
Oh, man. Yeah, I kind of heard about that, but I forgot about that one. We have not covered it.
And what's actually funny is that it's no longer a conspiracy theory. It's actually been proven to be true.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah,
it was
the
invented by
MK Ultra
Timothy
stuff.
Leary.
No, he
No.
was just like the godfather
was the
of it,
godfather,
or like he was the spokesman for.
Yeah, he just really liked it.
He just loved him some LSD.
Ah,
But, so you watched that Packer game though, huh?
Yeah. And I was calling to ask you, like, what happened in between last season and this season that caused when did Jordy Nelson become a crappy receiver?
A conspiracy theory, obviously.
It has to be.
I think there's no other way.
I'm telling you, Jim. I'm honestly starting to believe the theory that it's a bunch of Ku Klux Klan Nazi aliens.
Oh, well, we were talking about the aliens, so now we got them all in there.
Yeah.
that covers every base right there.
Right. They're covering it. It could be. I don't know. I was wondering the same thing. I do kind of believe it's part of the what our friend John said that the Packers, when the Kansas City Chiefs beat us last year, they kind of gave the blueprint on how to beat the Packers to the rest of the league, and we just haven't been able to adapt to it since.
Sure.
So now all defenses pretty much just play base, cover D, rush for people, and I haven't been able to pick it apart. Still trying, we're still backpedaling.
I never even thought about that before.
Yeah.
That's a really, I think that seems pretty spot on to me.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you watch, no one really blitzes the Packers much anymore, and I think that's because they learned that what Aaron Rodgers was so great at doing was reading blitzes and knowing where to throw the ball on a blitz. So they stopped blitzing them.
Huh.
That's an interesting theory. I like that. I'm going to have to bring that up.
That's my Packer conspiracy.
Yeah, that doesn't even really sound like a conspiracy. That just sounds like a just legitimate educated theory.
Well, I do watch a lot of football.
Yeah. So, well, give me a jingle when you're done doing the schnobber thing there.
Okay. One last question before you go. Reptilians or gray aliens? Which ones are more probable and more of a problem?
The Greys.
The Grays? Yeah.
You gotta watch out for the Greys.
It's their beady eyes.
Jacobson has a story about how he woke up and he thought there was a Gray like leaning over his bed staring at him, and he said he got it to run away because he choked it.
He choked an alien?
Yeah.
Well, there you go, everybody. That's alien survival 101. Choke it.
Choke him out.
No one ever think. Yeah.
Stop the Greys.
All right.
Choke him out.
All right. Well, thanks for calling, and I'll talk to you later.
All right,
Oh, listen to the radio show.
It's a good plug.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. And
There you have it.
yeah, if you run into a gray alien, you can just choke them.
Yeah, well, they have such long little necks.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Makes so much sense.
Yeah, obviously their weak spot.
Right. I wonder who he really choked. I'm sure it was an alien. Anyway, so that and the LSD conspiracy. We got a whole bunch of conspiracies out of that phone
You
call.
sure when he saw
yeah.
the alien, it wasn't when he choked the alien, he wasn't on LSD?
Maybe it was a Nazi alien.
Could have been.
You know, we got
It
like
ties everything together again.
yeah, we got the Nazi zombies in your Call of Duty and all. I think there's quite a few movies with that. Maybe what it really is Nazi aliens.
Could be.
Uh-huh.
Could be.
Yep. And they've administered LSD to everybody. That's what really the fluoride's all about.
Yeah.
You ever hear like the MK Ultra stuff?
Ooh, I forget about how does that one work again?
That involved a lot of LSD, and it was just CIA was goofing around like trying to figure out how to put somebody into like it was like hypnosis and LSD and try to put them into like a hypnotic state where they do. I mean, like the Bourne movies are kind of based off of that a little bit.
Kind of like brainwashing to get them to like so they could put a trigger word or a trigger into their agent, and then when they wanted to trigger them, you would go do the assassination.
Yeah, and they would just be pretty normal apparently. I don't know. Well, I mean, like you can read these. They're on. I think they're in that Jesse Ventura book, the 63 documents the government doesn't want you to see or read, there's a whole thing about MK Ultra in there, but I think it's all just declassified documents you can find online is like all that book is made up of, and they're all on like government websites and stuff. But so this one was the MK Ultra one was like it was pretty interesting just because it was about they were just talking about how they were taking like ladies that worked inside and like the offices and stuff, and like just basically like putting them under mind control and having them do stuff like where like it'd be something, it would snap them up, and then they'd walk to the bathroom, they'd meet like another person, then they'd say a word, and then they'd say a word, and then they knew that this person, then they received instructions, and they were given a bomb, and then they went and they walked the bomb back to like their boss's office, and then
so
like put the bomb under the desk, and then went on the couch and went to sleep.
That's a good mule.
And then like and then I don't know, that was just like just the experience. But they were like, and then they said that they tried doing them like in like active operations, like tried like, and they said it proved to be like it wasn't reliable enough, apparently. Like too many things could go wrong, so. But
yeah, you don't want you don't want your mind controlled person to go off at the wrong time.
No.
That would, that would be bad.
There was an American Dad the other day where you guys watch this show?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Stan, who's the American Dad character. He got his daughter Haley like some mind control thing when she was a kid, where there's a word you could get her to do what you want, but then eventually she'll turn around and kill him.
Oh, okay, there you go.
So
she was MK Ultra.
Yeah, she had that. So
a few movies like that too. I can't think of the name of them.
That's probably where they got the idea from.
Yeah.
Some movie, just like every other one of those cartoon shows. So
I think The Men Who Stare at Goats was LSD based too, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
But we're running low on time. We got about 3 minutes here before Chuck and Santiago, and of course, always stay tuned for Chuck and Santiago. But any final thoughts on our on this conspired world?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I feel we could do like.
We could probably do another show on it.
We could do.
There's more. I forgot
1,000 shows on it. Yeah.
I mean, we're not really diving into them much, but I kind of like to just run it over thing. Oh, there's that Denver International Airport one again.
Oh yeah, that one's crazy.
yeah, I went there. A lot of that stuff, or actually,
Denver?
all of the real conspirative stuff has all been taken out.
They took it out?
Yeah, the painting of the guy with the gas mask,
The mural
and the machine
and all
gun.
that?
Yeah, that's gone.
Really?
Oh really? They took all that
wow.
out?
Update.
Like
Yeah.
the giant unicorn thingy or whatever it was, like that big in the front.
Yeah.
Like me and Becky went searching the place looking for
Couldn't
it.
find
We
it, huh?
couldn't find
Oh,
it.
wow.
And then later I think I read somewhere that they took it out of there.
Oh okay.
This is
Yeah.
just causing too much.
Yeah.
Well right.
Well, everyone was
Hey,
going
they were
there.
just some creepy paintings
Not
of
to
it.
mention,
Yeah,
like they were
Adam,
just
You know what I heard about that?
like
airport.
Yeah,
Chil-
just dead children everywhere.
Children use that airport, and it's got like a guy with a gas mask and an AK-47, and kids are like pushing up daisies, and it's
Yeah.
really, really awful.
Yeah. I don't know what they were thinking.
I don't know.
Well, and then I'm sure the underground, like the underground bases are still there,
Yeah.
Oh,
That-
shit,
that's
get rid
there.
of those.
Maybe they just took the mural and put it in the underground base.
Yeah.
that
Oh,
could be.
probably.
Right. But anyway, so I think we gotta wrap up. Remember that if you are attacked by a gray alien,
You can choke it.
You choke it.
Oh, it's easy.
It's
They
kind
can't do anything. They got little short arms.
Yeah, they look weak.
I would just say try and
You guys
like
think that they probe
aim
people?
high on the throat, because that way they can't headbutt you, because they got
Yeah,
such
they
long necks.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you can get them from behind.
And I'm not sure, but I'm gonna take a guess that if a reptilian comes for you, poke him in the eye.
Oh yeah. Well, right away. Or
Poke him in
I
the
don't
eye
know.
and run.
I'd say you can just pop them and then, like pop them in the jaw.
Yeah. Well, they're shapeshifters, so I mean, anywhere you pop them anywhere in like the phase you think that would cause them to lose their shape, they'd kind of
Yeah.
fall out of form.
Yeah. Well, and I know like they really hate bad smells too.
Oh, there you go.
Rip one right by him.
Just wear garlic around your neck all the time.
Yeah.
and you'll be okay. So anyway, today is October 7th, 2012. This has been Jim and Friends Read the News. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Gabe. But we are going to have to wrap up here. So Chuck and Santiago coming up next. Until next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Peace.